back in the day.
Got to bring those back.
The back rack, the back rack double, the double pad. There's only one guy. Whoa!
Yard sale. And Yale is got his stick knocked out of his hand. Duke defensively.
Quigley lost it. Ball loose. Rotan's trying to knock it loose. Now Quigley lost his stick. The ball gets stuck in the stick. So that's about an hour 20 for Clark.
Hope to see all the Yale fans on Monday at 1.
Yale still playing hard until the
Love
end.
what he's bringing to the offense after getting reacclimated with all that time off. The new knee brace looked great in practice yesterday.
4-on-3. Nice job by number 77, Peter Welch, making that one more. Unselfish, smart.
Gutterding for Duke had the turnover there for a moment. Then he got his stick knocked out of his hand.
Tyler Warner, second-round pick of the Florida launch in the MLL draft.
Oh!
And now Warner's got his stick knocked out. The rebound taken by Maryland. Wow! Woo-hoo! Erased. Here's Pete. Feeds inside. And Cornell gets on the board.
Needed it. How you doing? Teet's there to scoop up the loose ball. They got a 2-on-1. O'Connell gets crushed by McCulloch.
Hersey's got to be careful. Has his stick helicoptered out by Williams. Tulane Mitty, who rarely comes off the field. And McClancy loses his stick.
He reminds me of Syracuse's Matt Abbott.
Connor Kelly has it jarred loose by Giles Harris. Now Ty thought about it. Woo! Van Raphorst helicopters the stick out of Ty's hands. And the first team All-American emerges with the ground ball. Against O'Connell. I mentioned Chris Fake on Nanticoke. It's been a save by Reddy. 9 saves for Reddy. Loose ball in front, and a score! Patterson cleaning up the train.
Gets intercepted right there. In the big games, the little things matter.
Well said, kid.
And now we are at even strength.
These two teams have had with one another. And the turnover.
Trying to get something going offensively here. Conley in a big shooting slump. Yale causes the turnover. Seeing that ride from Yale, and it results in a turnover. Over to Justin Gutterding, all-time leading goal scorer in Division I. Gutterding feeding inside for Robertson, and it's picked up by Yale. Nice defense there by Tyler Warner, second-round draft pick in Major League Lacrosse, and now Warner throws it away. This Yale team. Here comes Tevlin, the freshman. Feeding Gaudette inside, passes off the mark. And because that was a pass of this third quarter, Duke had it for a moment. And it's out of bounds, and let's check in quickly with Paul.
Just spoke to Matt Danowski, offensive.
Largest lead of the game for Yale. Mackey wins the faceoff, plays it back, but right afternoon. 6 saves now. Yale turns it over on the clear. Here comes Duke. Conley's got it now, 66, guarded by the shorty. Conley's pass tipped. Little English on it. Knocked out of bounds by Duke. It'll be Yale ball.
Regardless of how much gas they have in the tank.
Mooney had it off the face-off, then has it knocked away and lost it. Here comes Tevlin. Tevlin jarred loose. Van Raphorst has it. The son of an Arizona State to Villanova in round 1 before a quarterfinal win against Johns Hopkins. And some sloppiness early by the Terps. The Duke finalist. and All-American. Looking for Wisnowski. Defense there by Cerrone. Fairman to Snyder. Low pass. The Blue Devils had it for a moment. Big hits. Duke comes away with it. Lindsay. The scramble continues, and the Blue Devils have it. Man Rapphorst. Here comes Maryland in transition. And Duke with a takeaway. Changing direction. Against Corey. Gutterton has it knocked loose. Tried to do too much. Kelly looking for the tie. Shot was altered.
I'm not going to lie to you guys.
Bullies his way in. Falls to the turf. Ball is loose. Duke has it. Rotans. DeMillo dropped it. McDonough vacuums. Christian Zawadzki getting into the game, 27 in white. Don't see him too often. And Rotan's lost it. Clark mentioned to us. Comes to Harrison. Harrison lost it. Picked up by Robertson. Corley has it stripped. Nearly unbeatable. Connor Fields controlling for Albany. And Fields moved to Arizona. Patterson looking to feed McClancy. Pass is knocked down. Here come the Bulldogs. Matt Gaudette's got a couple of goals. His skip pass intercepted by Ray. And that's a big play for Yale. Led 7-0. It's a 10-5 game. That one was checked away from Patterson. Mooney picks up the... Ray looking for Nanticoke. Ball hits the ground. And it's picked up by Yale. Albany gets it back. Looking for number 200. Fields against Keating. Two guys who've played a lot of lacrosse.
Wow, that's got to be a push on Albany.
He's still battling out there, Paul.
You know, you guys were mentioning the depth and using some guys. The first guy in that list I'm thinking about if I'm Andy Shea is Connor Mackey's taken over 300 draws this year. Only 50 draws from everyone else from the Yale midfield. You got to think about resting this guy. He is banged up. His wrist is in pain.
Like clockwork, Ben Reeves with his fourth goal. Catch it, get hit, or if the ball hit the garage, I got yelled at by my mom. He told us his brother Chauncey. Good ride there. Now Williams trying to knock it loose from Hersey. He does. Williams gets it back for Hopkins. Here's Stanwyck leading the break. Has the trailer. Tinney, 2-zip, Blue Jays. And the Hoyas found an answer. 3 unanswered goals. Moreland, trail check. Back up top, Burge. He's got 4 assists. Clark lost it. Scooped up by Rapine. 3 seconds to go.
Up on Wall Street.
Kevin Warren calls him the quarterback of the defense. Nothing on the doorstep for Forey Smith. Georgetown has it. Final seconds. Here's Williams. Charging through and denied. Who's today? Now Bucci has it knocked loose. Colwell picks it up for Hopkins. He's for the Big Red.
Invert the Terps. I think Maryland struggled, we've seen in games where opposing teams' midfielders go behind and then shade.
Donville, who's been a man-up specialist. Good pass on the crease. McCullough couldn't handle it cleanly. It looked like a Sunday afternoon.
Nice effort.
A lot of anticipation for that program. Fairman actually played baseball until 4th grade. Then his dad said, listen, you're going to stop baseball for 1 year and give lacrosse against Corley, who pound for pound is Maryland's strongest defender. A pass to the crease comes to Dan Morris. Midfield. And John Tillman a season ago implored Bernhardt to be more assertive and aggressive. And that mandate still holds true, even though Bernhardt has taken that next step as a sophomore. Failure to clear.
prior to Snyder. It was actually Giblin, Colin Giblin, 4 and 5. Pulverized. He's had a good game.
Alley. Back to Eccles. And Albany turns it over, trying to send it back. Loses Erlin. Baptiste on the doorstep. His pass intercepted by Troy Ray. Troy Ray, the heart. Erlin gets this one for Albany. Then lost it. It's picked up by Denver. In front by Sullivan. Oh! Sullivan goes down. Chucks it downfield. Ground ball comes to Perla. Alex Reddy began the year as Denver starter. Lost his job to Josh Matt. Came off the bench in the Big East Tournament Final against Georgetown. Started last week. Rutan. Skip pass, knocked down. Filipowski. And Sims will set up the clear. 4 goals, only 4 shots though. Rundberg all the way, sandwiched. Loose ball in front, clamped by Colarusso.
He thrives in those situations.
And Trevor Baptiste, the greatest face-off man in the history of college lacrosse.
Or dodging against. And then as a group, as Loyola creates their second cause turnover, as a group, you're gauging.
Here comes McGovern, he's got a goal. Turned around, lost the ball. Here comes Danagelis. Unsettled opportunity for Yale. Danagelis to Morrill. Gaudet, a save made. 15 seconds. Here's Reeves against Huggins. The senior captain from Macedon, New York, swarmed in a double. Begley jarred it loose. Loose ball. And finally, Huggins comes away with it.
He needs help.
He's doubled.
Where's his teammates?
Out of bounds, knocked out by Huggins. Yale gets it against Yale. Here comes Reeves. Reeves looking to feed inside.
Doing their best just to get upfield and jogging.
There's that ferocious ride by Yale.
And Yale won't tire. Too much depth.
Here's Duffy, even strength. And a turnover by Loyola. Warner out of the box.
Here's this ride.
That Valkyrian ride by Yale. Another ground ball. Fake has it. And they'll have the biggest stage that they've had in almost 30 years. The field at Gillette Stadium. With all the...
Make that first step. You don't break stride. He's not catching you.
Varello doing well at the X, but can Syracuse keep possession? They cannot. By Cornell. Syracuse is going to keep possession. Big scrum out front. Cornell comes out with it. Scotty Flynn now on his horse.
I think both these guys want this matchup.
Oh. Little drop check right there by Nick Mack.
Now he finds a wide open Bombery on the doorstep, but he couldn't handle the pass.
When you watch Bombery in the car, here's one.
Give it away. Underneath. Solomon fell down, lost the ball. Now there's a huge scrum on goal line extended. Nobody can find it. Pulver eventually does. Now he gets pushed out of bounds. Flag down, but this is going to go against Cornell. An opportunity. No, nice check, dislodging the ball from Teat. Ground ball here. And Syracuse is going to come up with it. Syracuse comes up with it. Double team in the corner.
Peace. That's all I have to say.
Big check on the face-off to start the fourth quarter to get the ball originally to Cornell. And now they've turned it over. And a big hit on the sideline.
Furious right now. That's something we haven't seen all year. He's
on the day as they're shutting off Jack Teat, but Peterson is certainly doing his part to. Shot clock is winding down. Peterson now tried to feed Teat and can't. Fusco is
feed in front. Slide comes. Nice job on the stick check that forces the cause turnover. And here is Hugh Cranston. Intercepted by Garnsey. Looked like a D-back for the Notre Dame football weekend team. For the 6th time in 8 seasons. A year ago losing to Maryland. Great force cause turnover by John Sexton, the ACC Defensive Player of the Year. In transition, here's Collins, open cage and ready with the interception in the crease.
And it was the right thought for
Here today, held in check. Wynn draws the slide. Costabile, great stick check defensively. First lead of this game. Final 10 seconds of this third quarter. Gleason drawing the slide. There's been a story told in the legacy of Trevor Baptiste. 15 seconds left to go. Denver, an open cage for Notre Dame.
For Duke today, and they scored, and it was on the second goal of the game. Klug got it knocked out of his stick. Nice defensive play made by the Blue Devils. Again, it's Brian Smith with the faceoff for Duke. Stick check from behind by TJ Comizio, who's taking the draw.
Defense is all about communication. Everyone's got to be on the same page. One player not on the same page, you really open yourself up to some these two. You got to move your feet, communicate, good stick position.
Smith, and it got taken away by Villanova. They throw it away. Tough play there. Smith first off taken in by John Prendergast for Duke. And the second half started out the way the first half was. And now Gutterding, one of the 5 finalists for the Tewaaraton Trophy. 14 in white for the Blue Devils. Lost it, got it knocked out of his stick. And another huge hit. Here put on that time by Prendergast for Duke. And TJ Comizio for Villanova.
Mentally, understand this is a situation. Roll up your sleeves, play D.
Excellent. Chris Donovan knocking the ball away for Villanova. Can they pick it up, though? Comizio, he does. Huge ground ball. McNamara. In front, Seibel. Got hit. Fowler's out of the cage. He comes up with it. Gutterding. Tries to dump it in front for Conley. He got knocked down, but...
They are terrific at double-teaming the ball, staying on it.
That time, a fail. Savio wins it ahead. Savio. Aiken forces it loose. And now Rode has it out of the goal. Nice swim move. Here's Dox Aiken. Matt Moore couldn't get it. Loyola picks it up off the scramble. There's that Loyola double. There's Krause. There's the double. And the ball hits the deck. I think Loyola will give that shot to Virginia all night. You want to take it from the outside with Moore? Aiken comes away with biology classes. He's got to miss practice, has to miss workouts, makes up for it coming in on his own time. Dislodged by Harkins. The country 9 times, both parents in the Air Force. Olmstead to Lindley, and it comes to Rode. Spinning. Working against Vallant, who knocks it away. Big ground ball. Moore knocks it away. Come home with it or on it. Krause.
Winning that game or critical. Culture moving in the right direction. And young talent. Remember, passing or skip passing diagonals.
Herring's pass deflected and taken away. Wells, junior from Cazenovia, New York. Takeaway by Connors. He fired you?
McDonough and Loyola. I worked with him a couple times last summer.
Okay. But as the starting goalie on a team that reached the semifinals. Aiken can't work out of a double
drives
team.
home separately from the team. The team's left on the bus. They commiserate. They talk it over. They go on a
Juniors and seniors got a taste of championship weekend 2 years ago.
Richmond on the clear. Going to set up offensively for the first time in this game. The Southern Conference champs. We may get a turnover here right away. We are going to get Fields. Loses his footing and loses the ball, at least momentarily. Spiders on the clear, successfully able to get it past midfield. Lack of communication and a great back check by Cluck.
Defensively, when they guard their players one-on-one, especially the close defense when they're guarding the attack. So midfield shooters, big time for Richmond.
Another turnover. Nanticoke has the ball dislodged.
And then they have the attack of Lee.
Hatfield.
Outstanding job by Eric DeLuey to knock him. Goes back to his left, can't get the shot off. As Ray is there for the check. Loose ball, Albany's going to come. Wins the face-off. Now ahead of steam, and without, boy, tomorrow did a nice job of coming back and checking the ball.
Bellevue, Washington. Savoca loses his footing, gets back up, loses the ball.
Sometimes, a lot of times, there's nothing to do about it. Hatfield can't quite rake. Ray is there again.
He's got short time.
Wow. Tries to jam it inside, and Reynolds scoops it up. Defender hung up. Perkins looks to come around. Shot clock at 7. Perkins dives to the turf on his own. No foul there. Contested ground ball. And Kelly playing the top of the 1-4-1. Slips. And no timeout left for the Terps. We've seen Mike Rahill as well. Midline advantage. One too many passes. And the ground ball picked up by Kurt. And just in and out of the stick of Snyder, but he chases it down and gets it back.
That's the communication piece. Goalkeeper Jack Starr. Double team comes, somehow spinning through it. Big hit came, never got the shot off.
They want to get the ball out of his stick, make him into a feeder.
UMass sloppy on their side of the ball, and Jack Starr can break quickly if he wants to. The freshman goalkeeper for Yale. Watch out from behind. Ball's loose. We're tied at 4. Chris Connolly. Charlie O'Brien dumps it inside. Not a clean window. Ball is loose. Chris Fake all over that. Back to tie. They've been going to him a lot on this possession, the junior midfielder. Misplaced pass there, looking for Ben Reed.
As Yale jumps in their 10-man ride, you can hear their bench.
UMass, up until this point, had done a nice job with it. A turnover there comes at a terrible time. Tyler Warner coughed it back. Goalie freshman Jack Starr all the way out of his cage. Dangerous spot, ball is loose. UMass has it, Starr is still out. Soskis finally trying to back down this Yale defense. He lost the ball. Crucial ground ball. Chris Fake is out there for Yale. 3 white jerseys, and it's the freshman rookie of the year for Yale who comes away. Nice takeaway there from UMass. Much needed for the defense. Jeff Traynor, two-way midfielder, a sophomore who scored 50 points. Gets the turnover. Great job to get the ground ball. Luke Valenza, but a giveaway. Buddy Carr, 8 extra man goals this season. Boy, they could use a 9th. It's intercepted. Yale with a massive defensive stop. A penalty called on UMass as the